So good afternoon, everyone. Quickly, we would like to demonstrate just a high level how we can uh, access the Azure OpenAI services, especially Azure OpenAI. So this is like I already made a login on the Azure portal, and then we will see a option of Azure OpenAI. Once we select the OpenAI, then Azure AI, then we will see there is option is available on Azure OpenAI accounts. And once click on the create, once create, then you will see like you have to select the resource. I already have a resource, so that's why I just selected. You have to select the region. I'm in India, so that's mean I would prefer to select the India region. So South India, that is the one option available here. Just pick this one. As a name, I would like to give the name something. Already there, so I'm just using pricing tag. As of now, this is one pricing tag. You can go through the whole pricing section by clicking on this link, view full pricing detail. But as of now, I'm just using this single one. And one other thing is like Open Azure OpenAI, it's not available for everyone. I mean, if you would like to do experiment test and kind of a development, then you have to select. You have to complete one form and complete the details and then submit to Azure, and then Azure will provide you access. I think it's within 24 hours they allow the access. Then you will be able to do further experiment on this one. I already submitted. I think it's the last week I done this, and now I'm able to access OpenAI. Um, so this is all the information I filled. Let's go to the next step. Next step is kind of for networking. You have other. You can select the individual. You already created a network, uh, but as of now, I didn't have any network, so I would go with the click all network option. Next, I'm leaving as it is now as a blank. Then next, it's checking all the validation. All validation is passed. That means it's allowing me to create a resource. Let's just create. Click on the create button. Once create is done, it's creating a resource. So once now deployment is done, then we will see OpenAI resource in the Azure. Let's just wait a few minutes. Okay. So resource is created. Let's go back to the resource. Um, I mean, resource is created. Then the next option. I mean, how we will use this. So there is a specific URL and keys Azure provide. You can see for my case endpoint is this one. There is a certain key associated with that. Model deployment, there are further steps, but you can go through all these options. It's a uh, pretty much same menus that we generally saw in Azure services. Um, yeah, in the open Azure overview, we can see um, endpoint is available, keys there, and standard plan is there. We can see what resource we have selected, resource group we have selected, and the location. So the next step is how we uh, connect my own data source with the OpenAI and will do a further chat option. So you will see once you scroll a little bit down, then you will see go to Azure OpenAI Studio. Azure have separate kind of a dashboard that will allow you to create a new app and connect the data, and then um, you can create your solution. So this is completely this is the dashboard I'm talking about. Azure AI dashboard. You will do a further experiment on it. So this is the option that we were talking. Bring your own data. So try it now. That's the option. Um, so before jump on to this option, let's go with some other option available. Content filter. This is something like uh, Azure already have content filtering in our solution, but still you have option to customize quotas. That is something like you can limit um, the user request um, um, token per minutes. So these are the options. Models. These are different model available as of now. Um, and deployment. So before uh, connecting to a data, before using creating any new solution, first you need to decide what deployment model you are going to use. So let's create a deployment model here. So I'm just selecting a base model, leaving this as a this using the same name here. Um, so deployment is created. So that means once I'm going to start the solution, new solution, by default, my solution, AI solution will use this model. Let's go back to the option we have seen right now. So then, I mean, first option is how we will connect around that. So basically, Azure provide these multiple options. Azure AI services, there is service Azure Cognitive Search earlier we called, but now it's kind of a different name here, Azure AI Services. And if your data is a SQL, so that means you have to connect the SQL data with the Azure AI services, and then you will be able to add here. So this is the option for Azure SQL. Other option you have, either you can connect with the blob storage, you can connect with Azure Cosmos DB, and you can upload the file. So you can choose any of the option. So as of now, I didn't have any AI search, so I can create this one, but you can see there are different options available. Once your data is connected, then that means you will do a chat with your data. And one more thing, like this is whole solution, it's completely stateless. You mean whatever doing here, that will be lost once the session is closed. So that means when we are connecting this data, we have to deploy this somewhere. The option we can see in the right corner, like deployment to. So the option is either you will create a new web app or update an existing one. So both option is there. If you already have any app, so you can deploy this solution. If it's not, then you can create a new one as well. So once the solution is deployed on the web app, then you can share with your organization to do a chat with the data that you have collected. So this is just a high level of um, AI services, Azure OpenAI, and you can you have to select the model first. You have to deploy your model, and you have to connect the data. And once data is connected, either it's SQL or Cosmos DB. For SQL, you have to connect the Azure AI services first, and then SQL. And for Cosmos DB, it's going to allow you. And for other storage, like for blob storage, you can connect. So these are the options. Once all these options done, then you have to deploy your solution on the web app. Once deployment is done, that means you can share the data with your organization. So this is a kind of whole summary of OpenAI services, how we can create, how we can connect the data, how we can deploy. And probably in the next session, we will cover with a kind of a demo in which we'll use the SQL data, and then we'll um, connect with the data in this dashboard, and we'll deploy somewhere. So that's all. It is just a high level, and I hope like it is covering the most point when you are going to deploy a new solution. Thank you.